And that is why I'm so proud now to introduce our next speaker today, Tori Richard. Tori is a freshman at Smithfield High School, where she helped establish the Students for Solutions Club to bring young people together to advocate and push for solutions to the problems in their community and beyond. Can we all give a big round of applause to Victoria?
A little off script. I have a speech, I promise. But if you go to my school, if you know me, you know that I am very vocal about my political opinions and fighting for people's rights. But I have heard one too many times from my peers and from adults that I'm not going to change anything. At our school walkout, March 14th, there were tons of kids that walked out, over half of my school. But unfortunately, I still got the saying, nothing is going to change. So, I want to ask you all today, just so I can record it and prove it to all the people that are down with me. I am here saying that we will not stop until we see change. Can you repeat that, please? We will not stop until we see change. Again, one more time, just for the doubters. We will not stop until we see change. Thank you. This is not just for the state government, this is for the federal government. Especially the federal government. I wrote this speech a little while ago. I wrote it actually for my walkout at my school. But there has been another point that has come up since then that I saw on Twitter that I feel that needs to be addressed. Someone started the hashtag walk up and not walk out. And the basic idea was that students need to be kinder to each other. We need to focus on anti-bullying before we can focus on anything else. This is what will stop school shootings. And I just want to say that bullying has been a thing for forever. It's been a thing forever. And got it. Saying that this is the students' problem, saying that you wouldn't have been shot if you'd just been a little nicer, is ridiculous. The government is trying to put the responsibility on the student, and that is disgusting. Yes, mental health is a problem. But if the person that were trying to hurt me didn't have an assault weapon, then maybe not as many people would have gotten hurt. So, back to the script. This is addressed to any adult who is willing to listen. Any adult willing to prioritize the safety of students over money and greed. And any adult who is willing to act mature, open-minded, and work with others to move towards a solution to the crisis our country is facing. It's devastating that I have to write this in the first place and that we are all out here. Not only honoring another group of children and staff that were murdered, but also speaking out and saying that we're done with it. I know I am. Done seeing another school shooting on the news. Done hearing kids my age feel and talk like it's normal, because in this country it is. We as students have all grown up hearing about school shootings, knowing why each of our classroom doors must always be locked, knowing why we have our Alice in Red code training. As students, we have been told to fight and run for our lives if need be, because no one can say that this won't happen to their school. No one can guarantee that they won't be next. In 2012, when the horrific shooting of Sandy Hook Elementary School took place, I was in 4th grade. But I remember coming home to my mom crying while watching the news like it was just yesterday. I remember the next day at school when my 9-year-old friends around me barely understood the atrocity that took place, but knew that it was scary. My friends were just like those kids who were targeted, kids who were shot and killed. Do you think they understood it? Over the course of my school career, I would watch more of these shootings on the news and have more assemblies about what to do if someone with a gun came in my school. Not only would I see these tragedies in schools, but also at concerts, the movies, clubs, places of worship. The headline, "Deadliest Mass Shooting in America," would become the norm. Many adults don't have to enter a classroom the day after a school shooting. Students do. Teachers do. We see pictures from Sandy Hook, Columbine, Parkland, just to name a few. And we see classrooms very similar to our own. The same old used textbooks, the same beaten down desks. I look around my classroom and I wonder if it will be the next to be featured on the news and the media. If my friends' bloodstains will be the next picture for retweets. Students should be grateful that they get to attend school and have the privilege to learn, but instead students feel lucky that they make it home alive. Wanting children to not be shot dead in school is not a matter of politics. This isn't about red or blue or liberal or conservative. This is about Americans coming together to stop more students and teachers from being killed. This is about people putting money from big corporations aside and start doing what's right for the lives of the citizens. So I guess in the end, this is addressed to adults and politicians who refuse to listen, who refuse to grow up and put personal interest and greed to the side. If you couldn't tell already, my generation has had enough. Enough of thoughts and prayers and no change. Enough of hearing more names of children my age being shot in school and adults doing nothing about it. We are here to honor the victims of gun violence, but what better way to honor them than to demand action? And not just for the kids in Parkland, but for every community affected by gun violence. I have a quote in my civics classroom. I stare at it across from my desk every day. And it's, "When the people fear the government, there is tyranny. And when the government fears the people, there is liberty." So, whatever your opinions are, whatever you want to say, make sure you are heard. Not only by speaking out physically, but by using your opinion where it matters. The voting booths. Get involved right now, because even when people say that what happens at Washington doesn't matter, trust me, it does, and it affects us. I know I'm not old enough to register to vote. And that's why I'm here. I'm speaking out, and I'm trusting that the adults here, and anyone old enough to vote, will use their voices and get the people who aren't protecting us, vote them out. 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 Adults are not stepping up. So students are. And when adults are acting like children, and children are acting like leaders, you know that change is coming. Thank you.